My friend, this just happened behind the scenes in the NFL. A trade simulation has emerged that no one expected. Eagles star A.J. Brown could be headed to the Patriots. It's the kind of rumor that raises eyebrows in Eagle Nation and the NFL. I've gotten exclusive information and juicy details about this deal, but before I reveal everything, if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan and want to stay up to date on every behind-the-scenes scoop, like and subscribe to the channel now, because what you're about to share will shake up everything you think you know about the defending champions' passing attack. The Philadelphia Eagles may be undefeated, they may be the defending Super Bowl champions, and they may have already eliminated some of the NFL's best in the first month of the season. But in Philadelphia, winning is never enough to silence the noise. And right now, that noise is centered around one of the biggest stars of the season, wide receiver A.J. Brown. The buzz became so intense that it even sparked trade speculation linking Brown to the New England Patriots, a move that caused a stir throughout the league and sparked heated debate among fans. It all started after Week 4, when Brown's social media activity fueled the speculation. Despite the Eagles' 4-0 record, the offense has been the subject of intense scrutiny for inconsistencies in the passing game. Brown's post-game comments, coupled with the offense's lack of explosive rhythm, created the perfect storm. Enter Bleacher Report's Alex K., who floated one of the boldest trade ideas of the upcoming season. Brown to New England in exchange for second-round draft picks in 2026 and 2027. On paper, it looks like the kind of blockbuster deal that could change the landscape for both franchises. The Patriots are desperate for a true WR1 to maximize the potential of second-year quarterback Drake May. Even with veteran Stephon Diggs showing flashes of form, New England's receiving core lacks depth and production. No wideout has 20 receptions through 4 games. The Patriots' running game isn't performing well either, averaging just 101.3 yards per game. Adding A.J. Brown would immediately give them the firepower needed to unlock May's development and elevate the offense to another level. But let's be real. From Philadelphia's perspective, this doesn't make sense. The Eagles are undefeated. They've already survived the toughest part of their schedule, knocking out the Cowboys, Chiefs, Rams, and Buccaneers. They did so while Brown continued to attract attention, creating mismatches and opening opportunities for Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. Trading a superstar weapon in the middle of a title-defending season for draft picks that won't pan out for years? It's a move that could end any hopes of repeating as champions. Sure, Brown may feel frustrated at times, and yes, the offense hasn't yet felt like the unstoppable machine fans expected. But winning cures all, and the Eagles keep winning. Coach Nick Sirianni and General Manager Roseman know the value Brown brings beyond the scoreboard. His physical dominance, his chemistry with Jalen Hurts, his ability to completely change a defense's game plan, these are things you don't give up, not when the Lombardi Trophy is still within reach. So, while Patriots fans may dream and the media may speculate, the reality is simple. A.J. Brown isn't going anywhere. The Eagles are chasing greatness, and Brown is a vital part of that journey. Philadelphia didn't come this far to destroy everything while at the top of the game. But if the Eagles don't consider moving Brown, that doesn't mean they're done making moves. In fact, there's a glaring weakness on this roster that could force Roseman back to the negotiating table. Even with rumors of trades between A.J. Brown, the Eagles management remains calm, but there is another area of the season that can no longer be ignored: the fragility at the cornerback position. If the A.J. Brown trade rumors were nothing more than wishful thinking, there's another story in Philadelphia that can't be ignored, one that truly has the potential to shape the Eagles' Super Bowl defense. The undefeated champions may be riding high with a 4-0 record, but cracks in their armor are starting to appear. Those cracks, they've formed in the secondary, where the cornerback position has become a glaring weakness. ESPN insider Jeremy Fowler has already hinted that General Manager Roseman, known throughout the league for his aggressive, negotiating nature, isn't finished reshaping the roster yet. I still think the Eagles may not be done with the cornerback position and may want to explore the market, Fowler explained, specifically highlighting what fans have been whispering about since Week 1. Philadelphia has talent everywhere, but when it comes to pass defense opposite new standout Quinyon Mitchell, the timing has proven to be vulnerable. The Eagles have already tried to address this gap once. They made a move earlier this year, trading for Jacorian Bennett, hoping he would become a reliable partner for Mitchell, but the results were brutal. Bennett barely saw the field, playing just 24 snaps, and when he did, his numbers were disastrous. According to Pro Football Focus, his coverage grade is a dismal 29.4, with an overall grade of 29.7, putting him near the bottom of all NFL cornerbacks. And it doesn't stop there. Veteran Adoree Jackson was also drafted, but his performances haven't inspired confidence either. Jackson's coverage grade is 41.3, with an overall grade of 42.7, well below what one would expect from a player tasked with defending some of the league's best receivers. This week, opponents are targeting the weak side of the Eagles' secondary, and this is starting to put excessive pressure on the defensive line and safeties. For a team with legitimate Super Bowl aspirations, that's simply not enough. Roseman and coach Nick Sirianni know this. They've built one of the most balanced rosters in football, but if there's one thing that could derail their championship run, it's getting burned by the air in January. Moving Cooper DeJean to the wing may be a temporary solution, but it exposes other gaps. What Philadelphia needs is a truly veteran presence, a stabilizing force who can step in immediately and stand firm in big moments. The NFL trade deadline in November draws closer, and the conversation is only likely to intensify. Could the Eagles look to a renowned name like Chicago's Jalen Johnson, or perhaps consider offering insurance to part with established cornerbacks? With Roseman's confidence, nothing is off the table. And fans know one thing: if there's a vacancy on this roster, Howie isn't the type to sit around and wait for it to be filled. He's got age, and age with grit. The question is whether Roseman can strike the right deal before it's too late. With an NFC full of elite quarterbacks and explosive wide receivers, sitting still could be the mistake that cost the Eagles the crown. The latter may not have cost them a game yet, but each week feels like they're playing with fire. While Howie Roseman weighs the market to strengthen the secondary, Nick Sirianni faces another challenge: keeping his stars on the field despite injuries that have already taken their toll. For weeks, the conversation in Philadelphia has revolved around the team's inconsistencies in the offense and the team's vulnerability at cornerback. But there's another storm brewing inside the Eagles building, one that could have an even greater impact on the team's future. It's not about trade rumors or potential roster additions. It's about how head coach Nick Sirianni is managing his own wounded warriors. And right now, one name is at the center of this dangerous gamble: left guard Landon Dickerson. Few players in the NFL embody resilience like Dickerson. Last season, he was the definition of an Iron Man during the playoff run. In the NFC title game, he injured his left knee and still stepped onto the field to snap the ball at center when Cam Jurgens went down. Just 2 weeks later, still far from 100%, he played every snap in the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. That kind of grit is why he's beloved in Philadelphia. But sometimes, toughness can come at a cost, and that cost may already be showing in 2025. Before the season even started, Dickerson underwent a minor procedure on his right knee due to meniscus issues, leaving his Week 1 starting role in doubt. Add to that persistent back pain, and it seemed the Eagles would have to start the year without one of their anchors. Instead, Dickerson did what he always does. He suited up. 4 weeks later, he had logged 235 snaps, playing through pain and refusing to back down. Admirable? Absolutely. Sustainable? That's where things get murky. The tape doesn't lie. Against the Buccaneers in Week 4, Jalen Hurts suffered 2 sacks, both with pressure coming directly from Dickerson's paint. According to Pro Football Focus, the Pro Bowl guard has already surrendered 13 pressures and 3 sacks in just 4 games. For context, he's never conceded more than 5 sacks in an entire season. These numbers reveal one thing: this isn't the same Dickerson, and it's clear his mistakes are hurting him. And it's not just him. Right tackle Lane Johnson was in and out of the lineup with a persistent back problem. Right guard Tyler Steen left Sunday's game with knee surgery but returned limping. Suddenly, the Eagles' vaunted offensive line, long considered the best in football, looks more fragile than ever. Even so, Sirianni continues to press his starters back onto the field, trusting in their warrior mentality to carry them through. But at what risk? The Eagles are 4-0, yes. They've been perfect in the red zone, converting touchdowns on all 11 trips inside the 20-yard line. The defense has been ferocious, but the offense as a whole hasn't clicked, averaging just 6.0 yards per pass attempt, the lowest mark of Jalen Hurts' career. Saquon Barkley, brought in to boost the running game, averages just 3.5 yards per carry, ranking 29th in the NFL. With trade rumors involving A.J. Brown, the fragility at cornerback, and concerns over an injured Landon Dickerson, can the Eagles maintain their perfect rhythm and defend their Super Bowl title, or could these issues jeopardize their season? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.